Hey, Shalom, Makim, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and taught us his truth. And as always, I want to give much peace, love, and salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth that's pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and I'm coming back with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. All right, and I want to do a lesson today entitled Vocab. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And the reason why I want to do this lesson is based upon, a couple videos I was listening to. I was listening to Elder Apostle Tahar's lesson that he did going into the slap and other topics, as well as Elder Apostle Gabar land backing off of, Elder Apostle Tahar's lesson that he did. And pretty much what Vocab is saying, he's making jest about, brothers saying, like, we could, in that time when the Lord, lifts us up in power and glory, Lord willing, we of the elect, that, we're going to be able to do all kinds of things, and take a tank and rip it in half. And a tank is something small compared to the power that the Lord is going to give unto us, because he's going to make us immortal. Okay, the Lord is going to make us immortal, and we're going to go back to our God-like status, as the Elder Apostle Gabar was going into. But, I mean, even the scriptures say this, Even the scriptures say this about us, and this is only going to go to the Israelites, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. I mean, the scripture says that, matter of fact, let's open up with that scripture in Isaiah 59. And, let's open up with that one. Let's actually start at verse 17. It says, For he put on righteousness as a breastplate and helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. Okay, now this is talking about Yahweh Shai, and his men also too are going to come in the same stead. He says righteousness as a breastplate and an helmet of salvation upon his head. And you can, precept this with Ephesians the 6th chapter of how we're supposed to be arming ourselves with the truth. But the Lord is going to turn us into lethal weapons, man. Literally, like the scripture tells you. Dang. Let me grab it real quick. Isaiah. What is Isaiah 45? I want to say it is. I could be wrong, but let me just type it in. Threshing teeth. Yeah, Isaiah 41:15. Let's start at verse 14. It says, Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. See that? Talking to the Israelites, right? Talking to the elect of the nation of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh. Right? So the Lord is going to help. How is the Lord going to help us, man? He's going to give particular brothers spiritual powers to fly. The Lord is going to do all kinds of things for his men. Things that are going to seem impossible. It sounds like it could be impossible, but like the scripture says, with the Most High, there's nothing is impossible with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. I mean, but Vocab Malone is a heathen anyway, so I mean, he doesn't have faith to even believe something like that, So it says, let's read it again. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. It says, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. And who is our Redeemer? Our Redeemer is talking about Yahweh Shai, man. He is our Redeemer. It says, Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. The Lord said, I'm going to make you a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Okay, when you look up a threshing instrument, like a threshing board, that doesn't look like a threshing board. Doesn't look like something that you will want to be under when a threshing is happening, man. Something that will cut you, it shred you to pieces, man. So the Lord said, I'm going to make you a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, right? Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Pretty much, all these different governments, these different so-called power structures. The Lord, starting with Yahweh and going down to his men, when New Jerusalem, man, we gonna tear them things up, man. You know, there's not going to be anything that's going to be able to withstand the power that the Lord is going to place upon us, man, because we are the Israelites, man. We are the sons of God. See? The scripture says that ye are gods, but ye shall fall like the children of men. Fall like men, you know, because what? We transgress, but we ultimately are gods, man. And we're being brought back into that way. So to say that we could be able to pick up a tank, you know, man, we're going to be able to, when the Lord give us that power, man, we're going to be able to make and create planets, you know, different galaxies and things of that nature, man. We're going to have that. We're going to have that ability, man. We're going to have that power, man. You know? And like I said, yeah, it could sound far-fetched to the average Joe, you know? It could sound far-fetched, but hey, do you believe that? Hey, the scripture said, the Lord said, I'll give you your heart's desire and righteousness. We going to have our heart's desire, man. So a little measly tank. So what? Come on, man. You know? So I just want to pull that precept out. Let's jump back. So this is Isaiah 59, verse 17 again, right? For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, okay, and a helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, right? And was clad with zeal as a cloak, because when the Lord comes back, he's not going to meet this place and these people as a man. All right. He's going to meet them as a power. All right. As a God. Okay. That's how Yahweh Shai is returning as a lion. Right. That's why he's called the conquering lion of Judah. Right. It says, according to their deeds, accordingly he will repay fury to his adversaries. See that? So the Lord has enemies. He's going to repay fury to his adversaries, which who is his top adversary? The Edomites, the rest of these different heathen nations, and 2/3 of his own people. Right? Fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. But the Lord loves everybody, but he clearly has enemies here. It says to the islands he will pay recompense, because when the Lord comes back, I'm talking about the whole earth is going to be rocking to and fro, man. It says to the islands he will pay recompense. All right, every eye shall see him. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. All right, from east to west, right? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and that's going into when you get this word flood, let's just grab it, just so you know what it's talking about here. That word flood in the Hebrew is pronounced nahar. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, all right? Stream, river, okay? Stream or river. Now, I was just talking about the enemy literally bringing a flood of water upon the cities. No, the flood is talking about their troops. Flood, like, because you know, if you have like a dam and it's breached, those waters just don't come in gently. You know, they come in like rushing waters, which is destroying. So it's talking about figuratively these different militaries that Esau got set up, the UN troops, you know, all these different troops that they got to try to fight against the Lord. Right? It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So what is that standard, man? That standard is going to be spiritual power. That's what the standard is going to be. So can a brother have the power and spirit, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, to pick up a tank? Yes. It's not far-fetched. But once again, Vocab Malone is an Edomite, man. You know? So, hey, the scripture says, none of the wicked shall understand, but, You know, you got particular jakes that don't even believe that would even happen. You know? This is Isaiah 54, verse 14. It says, "In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression," talking about the Israelites, you know, because whenever we're going to be in power, we're going to be the head and the heathen are going to be the tail. We're no longer going to experience oppression, right? It says, "For thou shalt not fear, and from terror," it says, "and from terror, for it shall not come near thee." Why? Because we're going to be changed. We're going to be the glorified ones on the planet Earth, right? Verse 15, it says, "Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me." You see, so they're going to try to come together to stop Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the Holy Host from coming, to try to stop the men of the Lord, because what? The Lord is going to put the spirit on particular brothers to be doing miracles, you know. Watch. It says, "Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake." They're going to fall down. They're going to be defeated. Okay. All right, Salakia, brothers, and Akim and Aqua. I have received a phone call, so I'm going to jump right back into it. Isaiah 54, verse 15, it says, "Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake." So if any war vehicles, MRAPs, tanks, you know, troops, satellite systems, whatever it is that Esau has planned to try to take us down, it says, "They shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire." Now this is talking about the creation of the nukes, the modern day sword today. It says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." Right? This is the Lord going into him creating these different instruments for destruction. Right? Once again, if there's a tank that rolls up, ultimately, who is the creator of that tank at the end of the day? The Most High. You see that? At the end of the day, it's the Lord that's the creator of the tank, man. He put the spirit upon a particular individual to make it. That's simple, right? Verse 17 is the point. "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper." You see that? What is a tank used as? It's used as a weapon. It's a vehicle that has weapons attached to it. Machine guns and missile launchers and things of that nature. It's armored, right? "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn," right? Which is what we're doing right now through the Spirit. "This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh." You see that? So our righteousness ultimately comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, man. This is what the elect got to look forward to, man. Okay, the Lord giving us, Lord willing, we have that number, spiritual power to be able to destroy our enemies through the Lord's Spirit, man. Okay, let's read Psalm, the 2nd chapter, Psalm 2:1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" You see, the people imagine, the heathen are imagining that they really can overthrow Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, overthrow the prophecies, destroy the nation of Israel, you know, take out the men of the Lord, and that their so-called NWO is gonna prevail at the end of the day. That's a vain thing. You know, trying to have all these different plans of action, you know, having all these different plans of action to try to you know, overthrow us, which they can't. See? Verse 2. "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together." Okay, these are talking about these different high-level banking families, the elites of the nation of Edom, all right, the elite of the nation of Elam and Ishmael, but chiefly the Edomites, because they're the ones that are ruling the earth right now, right? They're the ones that had the blessing of the sword and who's ruling. And all the different other heathen nation, you know, are in league with Esau. Okay, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh," right, "and against his anointed," right? And who is the Lord's anointed? Yahushai. So by default, that means that they take counsel against us too, saying, "Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. Man, let's read this. Man, let's read this in the NLT. Let us break their chains. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to the Most High. They know that they're going to go into captivity, man. That proves it right there. They know that they're going to go into he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and they're trying to break that. You know, they're trying to break the fact that they're going to be put into slavery. They're trying to change that, but they can't. Wow, I never read that in the NLT. That's heavy, right? It says, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh." You see, in the Lord is mocking these dudes, man. You know, they're frustrating their tokens. You know, these elite are frustrated, man. You know, it says, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision." You see that the Lord is going to have these devils in derision, man. You know, they over here fumbling over their words. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of madness and BS is going on with these devils, man. They're fumbling over their words. You know, they trying to offset the prophecies, right? Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. You see, that's going to be the Lord sending Yahweh and the angels back, all right, and giving the elect spiritual power, you know, and he says that he's gonna speak unto them in his wrath, right? "Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion," talking about Yahweh. See that? So at the end of the day, for us to take out a tank, like, that's very, very low level. Very, very low level compared to the power that the Lord's going to give unto us, right? Isaiah 50, verse 7, it says, "For the Lord Yahweh will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded." You see that? The Lord is gonna help us, man. Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai is going to help us. And that's what we ultimately asking for. We asking for a miracle. We asking for the Lord to help us, man. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded." You see, we're not going to be confounded by no military. We're not going to be confounded by no tank. We're not going to be confounded by no Air Force. We're not going to be confounded by some space weapons. We're not going to be confounded by what these devils are saying, the lies and accusations that they're going to put upon us. The elect aren't going to be confounded, right? "Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed." That's assurance. And we set our face like a flint against these devils, man. You see, we set our face like a flint, man. A flint is a hard rock, you know. And what does the scripture say, man? The scripture says that he had made us like a brazen wall, you know. Verse 8, "He is near that justifieth me." And who's our justifier? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. "He is near that justifieth me. Who will contend with me?" Right? "Let us stand together. Who is mine adversary?" Who's my enemy? Right? "Let him come near to me. Behold, the Lord Yahweh will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me?" You see that? So who is that? Who is it that tries to condemn us and tries to, come up to accuse us? "Lo, they all shall wax old as a garment." You see that? "The moth shall eat them up." Pretty much they're going to be destroyed. See? No weapon that is formed against us is going to prosper, whether it be laws, whether it be, because another form of Esau's weapons is his speech, his different decrees that he passes. So-called decrees, I'd rather say. That's another form of his weapon. But none of these things are going to stand. Right? We'll end it off on this one. Isaiah 45, verse 24. All right, it says, "Surely shall one say, in Yahweh have our righteousness and strength." Okay? And that's what we're saying, because our strength don't come from ourselves. You think a brother going to walk up to a tank without the strength of the Lord and be able to pick it up? No, hey, like Samson. That's another example. When Samson had 2 jawbones of an ass, and he smoked how many Philistines? I want to just pull that example out. Yep. Judges 15. And this is talking about Samson. Right? It says, and when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire. So the Lord gave Samson spiritual power to completely bust the bands that he was in. It says that they became like flax. That's like when you set fire to flax, that shit disintegrates. So there was nothing that could stop Samson at this point, right? And his bands loosed from off his hands. See that? Now, Vocab, do you believe that this happened with Samson? Is this far-fetched, right? And he found a new jawbone of an ass, right? And put forth his hand and took it and slew 1,000 men therewith. One man took a jawbone of an ass and he slew 1,000 Philistines. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. 1,000 Philistines were slain by Samson with the jawbone of an ass, man. 1,000 Philistines. And he did that with a jawbone. You got 1,000 men running towards you, and the spirit of the Lord is upon you, whereas you had a jawbone of bone, and you killed 1,000 men through the spirit of the Lord. So how much more a tank? When the Lord lift up the standard, that's going to be nothing, man. Nothing. So it says, surely shall one say, in Yahweh have our righteousness and strength. Even to him shall men come, right? And all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed. All that are incensed against him shall be ashamed, man. And that word incensed goes back to being angry, which is charav, to be hot, to be furious, burn, become angry. They're going to be ashamed when they see the spirit that the Lord puts us in. They're going to be ashamed. They ain't going to know what to do. You see, but call hello Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua for this truth, man. And at the end of the day, a tank is nothing compared to what the Lord is going to have us do, man. You know? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Call hello Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Shalom.